And excuse the dog. My dog likes to bark. Let me just make sure we should be live on Facebook too. And you may see it on your end too, Jacob.
Okay, so let me open up here on my Facebook. And this is me. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome.
Wow, awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
You're live. So hi. I'm going to share it to my page as well. So give me 1 second while I do that, and then we'll get started. I'm super excited to be joining forces with you, Jacob, and I cannot wait to actually get to some of these questions. It takes a second to do all the fun technology stuff.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I am enjoying it so much, because you are in charge.
All right. And all right, we can get started. And I'm going to leave, so I'll leave the Facebook page because I know people may be asking questions and whatnot. So please feel free. In the meantime, so I'll leave the Facebook page.
Okay, I gonna. I don't know how to turn off the sound here. Just gonna lower. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, there's like a little. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you found it for the Facebook.
That way, if I get a question on my end, I can.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, we'll see it both. And I have this. Yes. We have a bunch of people watching us here on Instagram as well. So first off, this is Jacob Moya that I'm absolutely honored to be partnering with because he's just been a huge part of my healing journey. I met Jacob in, I want to say 2017. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe it was the beginning of 2018. Time is irrelevant. Anyhow, and we initially did a past life regression and hypnotherapy together because of just everything that I was going through. For those that don't know, I had a brain tumor and I had surgery to remove it, and I've done quite a bit of work to get, fully healed and get to the source of it, because that's the key, right? That's when healing happens, is when we get to the source and actually resolve all that. Through that, we actually did, he's taught me so many other methods of just different routines and whatnot to take on while I was going through chemotherapy. And it was amazing. Then we got into doing some deep meditation work. I was able to go through a whole awakening process, which has been magical for me. I am able to now, and I'm like, I wrote all the great things here because I'm like, I don't want to miss out all the things that I've actually gotten from working with you. But I'm able to get into like a meditative state really quickly. And for me, that's just like beautiful, right? I don't feel like I need to sit down for 15, 20 minutes to just get into that state. So that's been one of the really great things that I've really noticed. I'm able to now channel information, which is awesome. I'm able to connect with my clients on a whole new level. I'm able to really just, connect with their energy and really just see what it is that they're dealing with. So I've gotten so much just out of, the couple years that we've known each other. And so I'm really excited to, be bringing this to my crowd of people. And I wanted to start off by just saying, welcome.
Thank you very much. Oh my God, what a beautiful introduction. And I'm honored as well. I'm very honored to be here working with you and complementing each other's talents, because it's like a half of a fruit, if you don't have the other half, you don't have a whole fruit, right? So in order for you to reap all the benefits, you need complements. And that's what life is all about in these new times. I mean, it's not just my true and my way of doing things. It's been open and expanding, and being able to grab all the people that want to contribute, to join the boat, and all together going towards one destination. So yeah, I'm very happy as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Exciting. So I'd love to start off by asking some questions, and then,
Sure.
If there are folks out there that have questions as well, feel free to, write it in the comments, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll get to that as well. But yeah, so first and foremost, how does your meditation differ from, all the other meditations out there? Like, we know there's so many, right?
Of
so
course.
I'm curious for you to, share a little bit more about that.
And thank you very much for asking that question, because when we say the word meditation, For the people that is not practicing, they think that is just one thing or one way to do things. And in reality, it's one word that we use for many things. It's like saying I'm eating food. Well, what kind of food, right? Because it really depends of the situation, type of food that you're gonna eat. Meditation is no different. Meditation is something that you actually have a benefit out of it, and it depends on the practice that you do or that you implement is the benefit that you're gonna get. My type of meditation, it's a meditation that was channeled to me and that I learned many years ago, and is what I use to clean up myself in order to reach higher levels of awareness. Now, when I start working with people and people that was, they were also in a journey to integrate their energetic selves, they were also looking for ways to channel. And so I start trying this type of meditation for them to be able to channel. And whoa, I noticed that they were able to reach those levels as well. Now, the energy of the earth shifts. So now the type of meditation that I do is it's very easy now. You know, is it to reach those levels is very easy if you know your way, if you know how to do it, if you do the steps. But the difference is that the purpose of this meditation is to activate your energetic self. It's another body that we have. It's another part of who we are that we cannot see with our physical eyes, but it's there, you know, and that is the purpose, you know. It's completely different. For example, Asian meditation, they separate the hands, they do mudras with the hands, and depending on the mudra is the benefit that they get. But basically at an energetic level, what they are doing is they're just sending energy from one side to the other of the body to rebalance it. You know, it rebalances the body. My type of meditation, we start with closed hands because we want to spin the energy and to help that energy to take us deeper and deeper each time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. So yeah, just to go even a little bit, you know, further into that, what makes it unique? Can you be a little bit more specific with like the hands?
Well,
because that's the unique part of it too, right? So
right. It's a process. If you notice, and you know what? I love this question because I rarely talk about it. It's a 3-step. It's like a 3-step process to get to your meditation level. The very first thing that we do is we clean our aura, we release energies, and then we go into cleaning of the chakras from the inside out, and then we reach the levels of meditation. So this number 3 is something that keeps repeating, you know, all around us in nature. You know, we are the third planet from the sun. We have the sun, the moon, and the earth. You know, we have 3 different very marked stages in our life. So it's something that is very important. And I didn't notice that until later on the game, you know, how I was doing everything and why. Because like I said, I mean, I would love to take credit for that, but that's information that I received, right? And when I start practicing it that way, I noticed how deeper I was going and how every time I was getting, you know, to these weird places that people started to talk, but it's very difficult to experience. You know, it's like falling in love. You need to experience it to really understand it. This is no different, right? Mm-hmm. But that is the idea. The difference is that the purpose of this meditation is to take you deeper, very deeper, to connect with your energetic self.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just to just my own experience sharing with the whole aura cleansing, what I love, it's like, you know, it's like an aura cleansing, chakra rebalancing, releasing the negative energies, and grounding at the same time. So it's like you do all of that first to be completely, I would say, neutral. Right?
Yeah. You come back to yourself. You know, you no longer are carrying stuff from the environment, from the music, from the news, from other people around you, for your own thoughts. You know, you just clean all that, like clean the house before you go into the meditation. And that's why we get so fast and so deep into the higher levels of awareness.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that routine on top of the meditation. So another question I have is, could you explain the 3 different bodies? I know I love your explanation of it, so I would love to
Right. Yeah. And that's what I was mentioning right now. It's the way that was explained to me. Now, remember this thing. I mean, when I am channeling, and we all are capable of channeling. This is not something like I'm special and unique. We all are capable of doing this. But when I am channeling, I'm channeling entities that don't belong to the physical realm, right? And so the things that they say and the things that they teach you, it's like I am trying to make sense and put titles based on what we know, the language that we use, and the experiences that we have. So it doesn't mean that it's exactly like this, but this is the way that I understand it, and it's the way that is easier for me to share with the people. We have 3 different bodies, the same way that we have 3 different set of chakras. Not 3 chakras, but 3 different sets of chakras, right? So now we have a physical body. That is, for example, in my case, a 2 foot tall guy with brown skin and 50 years old and so on and so on. What makes me, with the name that I'm carrying right now, that is my physical experience. And this is an instrument that I am using to live everything that I choose to experience in this lifetime, and some other stuff that I'm carrying from another time, so that I am creating here. But then we have 2 more bodies. We have your energetic emotional body that are connected, because your emotions create energy and your energy create emotions. So they go, it's like together. It's one half and one half to make a whole. And then we have our spiritual body. The spiritual body is what is connected to source, what is connected to your soul. For me, the way that I understood it, like I said, it's the difference between the spirit and soul is that your spirit is the one that comes here to help you, to power your body, to allow you to live all these different experiences. And when the body finishes, when the body dies, the spirit transforms and go back to your soul and integrates, right? So the soul is on the other side, the spirit is here, but they are truly connect. Now, your energetic physical body and your spiritual body are like twin brothers, because what you do to one, the other one gets affected, you know. And so if you work at the in therapy at that spiritual level, you affect your emotional self. If you work your emotional and energetic self, you affect your spiritual experience, right? And it just makes sense. If you heal something here, there's no more need to keep carrying it through all different lifetimes, right? You're just done with it. And the same goes at that spiritual level. If you heal a karmatic experience, then there's no reason to continue feeling the way that you were feeling every time that you were living an experience that was activating all that stuff inside of you. But these 2 bodies, although they are very powerful, and they are the ones that transcend beyond the physical realm, they have like, they're second to your physical experience, because your physical body only have certain number of years to live and experience everything that you choose to experience. So now, that's why we need the power of your intention for everything that you do. That's why it's so important to have an intention, and then to follow through and do actions that confirm that you are going through that process, right? Because only through that, these 2 other guys, these 2 other bodies can integrate and play with it. You know, it can integrate the information and bring a little bit of control over your physical life. Because remember, for your spiritual and your emotional and energetic body, if you don't want to, let's say, leave your awareness or connect to source in this lifetime, they say, so good. You know, I can wait. We can wait until
they're infinite, right?
Yeah. So that's
infinite beings. Yeah.
And in reality, it's not infinite. The way that I see it is like you go through different levels, and eventually you go back to source and you unite, right? That's my understanding. But in reality, they have all the time of the world, literally, right?
Yeah,
They can wait. And but your physical not. Your physical, you only gonna experience it while you have a body. And on your physical, you have all your senses, you know, and so that's why they allow you to go through everything that you wanna go and experience everything that you wanna experience before you start working on the other stuff, because the time is finite. What we are doing with the meditation is giving yourself permission, because remember, we are aware, we are not sleeping, we are not laying down, we are sitting and we are aware with our physical body, with our physical brain, but we are allowing your energetic bodies to take over, you know, so your physical body can start experiencing that someone else can come in and don't feel threatened, because it's very peaceful, it's a very loving environment, and he can take control at any time if he wants. So we just do breathing exercises, we do certain particular exercises to get to that level and to allow your energetic body to take over the control of your physical body. And that's where the magic starts to happen. You know, that's the step that is before the channeling process. You know, it's like the door that's gonna open you to those other experiences.
That's, yeah, and it's such a, so peaceful. Like, it's hard to explain. Like you said, it's like something you got to experience, right? Yeah, I love that. So great. And I totally, I'm like, yes, makes sense that the, you know, physical body is the dominant one, right? Because that's the one that's here. So I'm just curious, because one of the things that I hear people talk about, you know, and, you know, there's so many different ways, right? There's so much information out there. So sometimes, you know, I hear like there's 4 bodies, right? Like there's the whole mental body. So you know, just out of curiosity, like, what is your take on that?
Okay, my personal take, and don't make it like this is a law, right? And I am right and the other people are wrong, because in reality, it really depends on your own experience. You know, what you came here to experience is okay. Even if you came here to experience a total physical politician thing, power, you know, money and all that kind of stuff, or womanizer, you know, it's okay. It's at a spiritual level, it's okay. You know, as a social level, it's not so good, but at the spiritual level, it's part of an experience. That's it, you know. So for me, you know, one of the first lessons that I got was that all the answers are in the world around us, in nature, right? In the world around us, the natural world, not the world that we recreated, but the natural world, give us a lot of guidance on how we are supposed to be and how we are supposed to live. And so where in nature you find 4 instead of 3? Well, it's very difficult to find it. You know, you find 2 or you find 3. Very, very easy. You have a day and a night, you know, polarity. You have good and bad, male, female. The 2 is everywhere. And then the 3, when you start reaching these spiritual levels, it's like makes more sense, because the 3 stages of life. At 3 years old, you stop seeing energies. If your mother don't keep activating that thing. And at 30 years old, you actually become a real adult. You know, you are capable of thinking like an adult, and you will create the life that you're going to live for the rest of your life. So it's like you go in stages. We have 3 different groups of energies inside of us. Your lower chakras, which are your physical chakras, your neutral chakra, which is your heart chakra, and then the spiritual chakras that are on top of your head, and everything is balancing each other. You know, you have your spiritual chakras balancing your physical brain, your physical chakras balancing your energetic brain, and a complete neutral area here in your heart, right? But the thing here is that with the 4 bodies, what they usually do is that they split the emotional and energetic body into 2. You know, and that's my understanding of how the 4 body comes into play. For me, I consider it one because remember that my background is as a therapist, right? So as a therapist, I see the things that affect your physical experience, your life. And for me, there's no way to separate those 2, because those 2 are like, it's, although the spiritual body and the energetic emotional body are twins, you can still do things that are only spiritual, or you can still do things that are only emotional, right? Without affecting the other. But in these two cases, the emotional and energetic body is like a blend. It's like one whole thing. So that is my take on that. And by no means I make it right. You know, it's like how I understood it, how I practice it, and it works for me.
And just to add, so Anna, my friend Anna, she's the one that's been really curious about this too. She wrote on, I don't know if you can see the Facebook messages.
I don't know yet, because
not yet. Okay, sure. Yeah. So she said she's curious to see how this is different from the model that you use. She works with the model physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So it's like that. So it's like, right. So I feel like you pretty much answer where it's like, I think everybody just has like a version of it and whatever resonates with you. Right. For me, I see, mental as still part of the physical. I know with Anna, I know you've like shared that you still have that as like it's separate. So I don't know. I don't think there's a right answer.
We can spend an hour here because then you have to go through the different components of your brain. And there's a component of your brain that is the physical side, and there's a component of your brain that is the brain that we call it the subconscious mind, that is the one that is connected to source. So this one is part of the energetic, emotional, spiritual, and the other one is part of your physical experience. But it's like I said, we're gonna go into a rabbit hole here, Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, we can definitely, I think at some point, Anna, we can definitely maybe get together with you, the three of us or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm always curious to learn more about these things. And, there's so many perspectives out there. Right?
And that is the key. That is the key. And that's what makes the difference, to be open instead of closed. Because this is not a religion where there's a set of rules that only the people that follow and fall into all these rules are able to join. This is for me, it doesn't matter if you are a joggy, if you are just coming out of psychedelics, if you are just in a physical executive lifestyle and you just want to find a little bit of peace. Everybody, which religion you practice, what things you believe, it doesn't really matter, because it's just an integration. For me, the purpose of my meditation is to integrate your energetic self into your physical self, so the physical can give you permission to use it freely. That's what it is.
Awesome. So speaking of the whole energetics side, right? So when we're doing these meditations, are we going to be connecting with each other energetically, or how? Yeah. So can you explain a little bit of that? I know we've talked a little bit about this. I'd love to hear.
Yes, this is very interesting, because basically when we are all practicing together, we are not connecting. In the type of meditation that I do, we are not connecting with each other. But we are using the vibrational levels of each other to tune in our own vibrational level to raise it up. So let me give you an example. When we start the meditation, I usually stop saying who wants to join, and I'm there with you guys. And I go through the levels, and I usually don't remember after the meditation what I said or what the meditation was all about, because it's like an energy coming through me to guide us. And I am practicing as well. The idea of this is that the vibration raises, and it pushes everybody higher. That's why many people that work with me and that they know how to do the meditations and everything, they say that when they meditate with me, they go deeper and faster and in a very easy way than when doing it alone. Well, it's not that it's me, it's that the whole group is raising the vibration, and it's like everybody pushing each other. However, you're not going to be able to feel, unless you want, with your intention, the emotions or the things that one of the persons that you are next to it is experiencing, because it's a totally different game. Remember, my type of meditation is to come inside of you, activate your energetic self, and introduce it if it's the first times, or allow it to play with your physical self, you know, to make them friends, to make them be like at ease with each other. Because eventually what's gonna happen if you keep practicing this type of meditation is that you're gonna be able to shift your energetic levels and think with your emotional brain or your physical brain, depending on the situation that you're experiencing. So if you are in a conversation with your significant other or at work, and someone is talking about business and so on and so forth, you go down to the physical level, right? You're just there and answering and just actively listen. But if eventually they shift and they say, oh my God, I just received a call from my kids and they feel bad, you immediately feel the shift and feel the connection to the emotion, and you can also calm down. Instead of giving them like logical, physical answers, you can understand that she just needs to release the energy, to be there, you know, to let go of the thing that she's feeling, you know. And that is very important for couples, because the problem with couples is that usually one complains because the other don't understand. And it's like, I'm listening to everything that you said, you know, I'm actually giving you solutions. Well, yeah, but she needs solutions.
Yes.
You know? You just wanted to bring all the energy out. And so you can catch that energy and like an antenna, just transmute it and send it to the ground, right? Or have the shoulder ready and say, okay, all the fire came out. Okay, so this just come here and everything's gonna be okay. That's what most of the couples need, you know. And we're going into fighting mode because of misunderstandings.
Yeah.
So
that's and taking it personally, right?
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Yeah. Most of the time, and not just with that. It's like it's someone, you're driving, and someone gives you the finger. You know, you take it personally, and it's like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah, rather than be like, oh, they must be having a bad day or something, right?
Or they're in a rush and they need to reach the restroom, or who knows, you know. But the thing is that in order for you to have a little bit of empathy of the world around you, you need to activate your energetic body, you know, because at that level, you are connected with the spirit, and the spirit is like, it's all good. It's all good, you know, and I've been guided, and there's a reason why I'm living right now these things that I am experiencing, but there's no need for me to engage into that, or to take ownership on all that stuff that is not even, don't even belong to me, you know. So that's what it is. That's how I see it.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. Awesome. And so for, you know, just your own clients, what are some of the things that they have, you know, experienced having gone through these guided meditations with you? Can you share some of that without obviously their names, but just their experience?
You know, what was the most gratifying experience that I ever received is when I started the middle group, a guy came to the meditation, and his energy was very dense, and he was engaged in all the arguments and stuff. And if I can tell you how his energy looked, it was like very, very, no black, but very dark, and next to his body. It was like this. It was not experiencing anything. And something happened at the meditation that he experienced that eventually he actually keep coming to the meditations, keep coming to the meditations. And I offer, because he was the only one that was regular, like not missing any of them. I offer him to work with him, like more at the therapy level and heal stuff. And he always like, no, I'm not ready for that, and so on and so forth. But I was seeing the transformations that he was getting into it. And right now, I mean, we are best buddies, in the type of the conversations that we have, the topics that we reach, the things that he come up with and he shares, and his awareness is like, whoa, you know.
That's awesome.
And the only thing that he did was the meditations. Eventually, like I will say, like a year or so of practicing this once a week, he started getting into, we actually worked together like a couple of times for a very specific reason. But other than that, all the work that he have done is on his own. And now he's open to other things, and he practices other modalities like qigong and retreats and all. I mean, he's a completely different person, you know. And for me, it's like, wow. And not only I noticed it, but people that were coming to my meditation, that they actually also channel as well, and they see energies and stuff, they were telling me, oh my God, what a difference, because they are not consistent, right? So they stopped coming, and then when they come back, it was like, wow, what a difference, you know. And I was like, yeah. And it's just a meditation, you know.
Amazing.
So beautiful.
And it's like, we say it's just a meditation, yet it's like so much deeper than that. That's why it's like,
well, yeah, because
just so something, it's, the experience of it, I feel like, is really the key, is to really just start to see what it is that you experience. I mean, even Anna here is like, you know, she was on it with us last week, and she said it was very powerful, right? And it was like her first time, you know, joining this type of meditation. And
and it was an awful time last time.
I was gonna just say, and it like actually there was a lot of technical stuff.
Technology-wise, you know, I was totally lost. I usually try to be like 5 minutes early to welcome everybody, and oh my God, it was but
it
anyway,
all went as it needed
reason.
to. Yes. And so now today we've evolved it to something new, and we're going to have, you know, a little bit, it's going to be longer, right? It's going to be an hour long, so we can have a little bit more community connection and things like that, which, you know, we'll talk about a little bit after. Just to share one thing though, so Anna, let's see, because she's written some things. Yeah, she says, I'd love to get together and talk about, you know, just like the different bodies and whatnot, I think, and just in general. And then she asked the question, she said, would you say that empaths are overly connected to their emotional and energetic bodies?
Okay, I'm gonna go quick on this, but let's make a note and let's do just a session, like a live session for empaths, because there's tons of them, you know, and there's a lot of stuff that I can understand it. What happened, Anna, is that it's remember that I was talking a little bit about the difference of parts of the brain, that you have one part that is on the front of you, and that's what helps you move along and make decisions every day. And then we have the other one that is connected to the subconscious mind. When you came to this world as an empath, it's because you have a contract. You have a karmatic contract somewhere behind you, you know, and so you were probably very physical in another time, and in this time you are able not only to feel your emotions, but feel the emotions of all the people around you. Now, the problem lacks in the way that we are processing that emotions. So the short answer is, you need to shift from being a sponge into being an antenna, because there's no way that we're going to be able to close the empath
you said contract. From a sponge to an antenna.
Yeah, because we're receiving emotions from everybody else to help them. You are actually helping. Every time that you feel the emotion of someone else, you are taking energy out of what they are feeling and experiencing and bringing it into your body. I'm an empath myself, so I know what I'm talking about. And then you keep it in your body. What I'm gonna ask you is, you already practice the meditation. So what I'm gonna ask you is to do the exercise that we do before we go into the meditation, to release that energy and feel that you are an antenna and you are pouring back into the earth that energy, that emotion don't belong to you.
With the intention. So like having that intention.
It's always intention. Yes. Without intention, nothing is gonna happen. So remember, there's two secrets. The first one is intention. The second one is the action, right? If I only have the intention of releasing that into the ground, but I'm not taking any action, any exercise to grab that energy physically and bring it down, it's not gonna happen. Now, eventually it will, you know, but at the beginning, your physical body needs to agree with the processes that you are doing. And in order for your physical body to agree with new processes, your physical body, your physical front brain needs to experience to create a reference. And once you have a reference, it becomes part of your identity. And if it was a good references, you're gonna lean towards it. But if it's a bad reference, you're gonna do everything to avoid it, you know? So that's what it is. And So hopefully this is going to help you. But like I said, we can go very, very deep with you, and I can invite other people that I know that
are
empaths, and do just a Zoom on empaths, and have a Q&A, to help you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and she said it makes sense transmuting others' energies versus taking them on. So totally.
Yes.
But I think that's a great idea to have, and we're going to be doing more of these anyhow, as we go, as we go forward. Okay, so lastly, I would love for you to share why you created this meditation group, because you've had this going for a while. So I'd love for you to share that.
Yeah. The reason was because there are 4 things that you need to practice. Once you reach an awakening level, once you are all the way up there and you are channeling and you're connecting with your higher self, and some people like you being able to connect with other entities, we need to remain at that level of vibration. And in order for you to remain at that level of vibration, what I notice is that you just need to practice 4 different things. The first one is the base, and this is something that we learn. It's about the way that you think towards others and other experiences. The second one is rebalancing your own chakras. The third one is releasing the energy of all the other people before night and early in the morning, before you go to sleep and early in the morning. It's a practice that needs to be part of you, because if you don't have that, you are starting to accumulate density, and that density brings you down, because density needs to be in a dense body. Emotions of sadness need to be in a dense body, and emotions of fear needs to be in a dense body. Everything that is dense needs a dense base to be supported, but if you raise your vibration, they are not able to stay in, so when we release everybody else's and your own stuff out, your vibration is higher. And the 4th one is the meditation. Now, for all the people, originally I called this the Mayan Transcendental Meditation, but I was threatened with a sue, with all the, I don't know if it's Maharajis or I don't know, the one of those temples that they have like a trademark on the name. And it's okay, I'm sorry. But we reach the same levels of awareness, but we can reach it in 5 minutes. A long meditation for us is 10 minutes. I mean, definitely you can be there 30 minutes if you choose to. That's totally fine. And usually when I shut down the meditation, out of respect for the time of everybody else, I let them know. If you want to continue, just carry on. You can be there for as long as you want. And but we reach very, very deep levels very fast. So you don't need to be there for more than 5-10 minutes. So if you are in a hurry, you can still practice in meditation, or if you are coming back at night, you can still go in and practice in meditation, because the more that you practice, it's like exercise. The deeper that you're going to go and the faster that you're going to get there. So eventually, if you're at the airport and there's a delay and all the world around you is complaining because they're going to miss their connection flight, and I got to be, the weather, you just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, and you go into your own zone. And believe me, I don't know, it's weird, but all the noise around you, it becomes like birds, like da, 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 and then nature, like if it's raining outside, and you are in your own center, very, very calm, very, very easy. You don't catch the stress of everybody.
Yeah, it's almost like even with me when I go get the MRIs, it's super loud, right? But I'm able to, so just anybody that's gotten an MRI, they know it's like the loudest beeping noise, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. But I'm able to, at this point, because I meditate, right? Now I'm laying down, so I'm not doing I'm not
but still, it doesn't matter because it's like muscle memory, right? It's already in you. So it doesn't matter that if you have a bad dream, because we're all gonna still have bad dreams. Well, you just go back to your center, release all the stuff with your mind. You don't even have to do all the protocol physically, because it's already inside of you. So your body knows what to do. So just by activating your intention, you release the stuff, do a few breaths, and boom, you go back to sleep. You know, and it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. Definitely.
And it's
so the reason that I created this was to force myself and to give a tool to the people that worked with me to at least once a week go deeper and retune their bodies to that level. You know, that was the idea. Now, most of them, they get caught up in life and they rarely participate. But that's okay, because it's part of their experience, you know, and I'm here for when they fall down and they need help, just give me a call and we have a quick session and boom, they go back again.
Yeah, and I love this, to be able to just on a weekly basis to have something like this, to be able to do that, you know, because like you said, there's times, you know, where in the morning I'm like, yes, let's do this. There's days that I get into it, and there's days where I'm just like, it's like a 5-minute thing. But to be able to actually sit down with the intention with a group of other people and go through, you know, the routine, especially with like the whole, you know, releasing that negative energy and rebalancing your chakras and aura cleansing and then deep meditation. I mean, I just think it's super powerful, and I would love for so many others to join us.
Definitely. So, definitely. And no one else is doing it, because this is something that I create, unless there's people that were connecting with me, you know, but this is something that I created, and like I said, it was channeled to me, you know, so no, you don't gonna find it anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and so Anna, actually, she just shared she actually did transcendental meditation, it looks like. And she said that in last week's meditation, she was actually able to get to that same theta, you know, state.
And usually with the transcendental meditation, you need a mantra, and it's your own mantra, and it's like keep going, and it takes a lot of time, you know. And many people don't have the time. I mean, right now it's different, right? But usually during the day, they don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So awesome. But yay, I'm so happy. I feel like, you know, that was a lot of great questions that we answered. I don't know if there's anything else out there that, let me just look to see if anybody asked questions on Instagram. Hi, everybody that's watching. Thank you for watching. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much.
And then same with Facebook. Let's see. Yeah, I think at this point, I know Facebook has a few second delay, so we'll just give it a second.
Okay.
But otherwise, you know, I really am excited again to, you know, having these. I know you've been doing these for a while, but I feel like now we can just evolve it and have a little bit more of like that connection, connectivity, community, have people share their experiences, because that I think is very powerful as well. So awesome. I'm really looking forward to that tonight. And so for those of you that are hearing this and feel, you know, feel like this is like, you know, this resonates for you and you feel intrigued, let us know, message me, message Jacob, and then we can send you the information on how to sign up for it, and we'll send you the link. It's going to be at 7 p.m. this evening, Pacific Standard Time, and for an hour, and it will be on Zoom, similar to this, and and it's $20 to get in. So it will be absolutely awesome. It's so worth it. I promise you. What the cool thing is too, is you actually learn this routine to take on for yourself with, you know, this aura cleansing, energy rebalancing, releasing these negative energies, as Jacob is mentioning, because that's something you can take on every morning when you wake up. Because hey, let's face it, we have dreams at nighttime that sometimes have us wake up feeling all, you know, like sometimes I wake up and I can tell I've been grinding my teeth. So I'm like, I'm dreaming some weird stuff, you know, and just to like release it in the morning. And then again, it's after the end of the day when you're around who knows how many people and who knows what you've taken on. So that routine in itself, you can actually take on a daily basis, twice a day, as Jacob said. And then, you know, just being connected. I feel like for me, being connected with a group is always a different level. That's why I miss the gym. I'm like, yes, I could work out here. And it's like a whole different level when you're connected with other people all doing the same thing as a collective. So we'd love for everybody to join in and let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you very much, everybody. And part of, at the end of our meditation, we always usually, you know, release all the things that we live emotionally for the last week, you know, so we are able to settle accounts so we don't create these karmatic contracts that keep following us, you know, through all our life, you know, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And thank you very much, Brian. Here's one of my best friends here.
Yes, I saw it.
Thank you for being here, and I thank you, and thank you for your continued support. I'm honored to cross paths with you, my friend.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much again, everybody. Hope to see you tonight. Message me, message Jacob, comment on here, however that looks for you. You're so welcome, Anna. Yes, see you tonight. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of the...
Well, you know the technology thing, so I let you do your thing.